Hello, my name is Pauer. I'm the CSO of Repeatit, and today I'm standing on the rooftop of our manufacturing site in the city of Stockholm in Sweden. My question to you is, how often have you been standing on a comparable roof trying to install a 5 GHz link to then find out that you've been running out of spectrum? We get these questions very often from our customers, and the result of it, our engineering decided to develop a new feature called MultiFlex to help our customers solving this solution. To give you an example how MultiFlex works, just imagine that on this mast, instead of not being installed any link, there would be 12 links installed pointing into the different directions to connect all surrounding business areas with 100 megabit throughput each. What you would need in order to do that in a traditional installation is you would need 12 different separate channels in order to perform such a wireless broadband access. With MultiFlex, what you can do is you can turn every Trinity point-to-point link of Repeatit into a multi-point link. Not multi-point in the sense of one base station and hundreds of subscribers like you would want to see in a residential broadband rollout, but actually we call it point-to-few, which means up to 8 subscribers per base station. The very special thing about that 8 subscribers per base stations is that we don't just assign the traffic without any control to the different subscribers, but that actually you can assign the throughput per subscriber by assigned time slots to each subscriber. And that gives you the same dedicated traffic throughput as you would typically get only with a point-to-point link. So not only being on this mast now, you would have the full flexibility to decide during the installation if you want a link to be point-to-point or if you want it to become a point-to-multipoint MultiFlex base station. You can also now run all these 8 subscribers per base station on the same channel. If we go back to our scenario of this mast and the 12 surrounding business areas, what you would do with MultiFlex is to reduce the 12 links on that mast to become actually 6 MultiFlex base stations instead, having 2 subscribers linked to the base station each. The base station has a net throughput capacity of 245 megabit throughput, and you can then assign, by time slot assignment, the throughput to each of the 2 subscribers per base station. What that does from a spectrum efficiency point of view is that you can reduce the 12 channels that you needed before to only 6 channels. That frees up 6 additional channels for you. But we at Repeatit, we didn't stop at that point. We made the solution even more spectrum efficient by combining Trinity MultiFlex with our unique GPS SyncMaster. It's called the Repeatit SyncMaster, and what it does is it's a small box that you would install on the same mast that then takes over the synchronization of all 6 Trinity base stations on this mast. It can actually synchronize up to 12 masters on one mast, not only 6, but for this example we stick with 6. What it does is, it basically controls when base stations are sending and receiving, and by doing that, you can reuse the channel even more. You can basically, for such a scenario, only use 2 channels to install 6 base stations and to connect 12 business customers. 2 channels instead of 12. But again, we didn't stop there. We went a step further and actually allowing our customers to not only synchronize the base station level, but actually synchronize it together with the point-to-point backhaul layer. As it is using the same time slot algorithms, you will now be able to synchronize the multi-point base stations together with your point-to-point access. In this scenario, that means you can not only have 6 base stations connected here, you could even install up to additional 12 point-to-point links or 12 MultiFlex base stations to enhance your rollout even further. That is truly unique, that is truly spectrum efficient, and will help you with any mast installation where you're running out of spectrum or where you're worried that you might run out of spectrum in the future. Taking this example into an even more dense scenario, think about how you would deploy 300 or 400 wireless CCTV cameras in a city center like the city of Bradford in the UK, where we as Repeatit actually have done that together with our local integration partner. What we've done is we have installed more than 300 cameras in the dense city center of Bradford, which already was a challenge because in a city center 5 GHz is highly occupied spectrum. With all our new features and the sync mechanism, what we were able to achieve is to actually connect these 300 cameras, not only connect them, but actually guarantee the traffic per cluster, per camera, by dedicated time slots. That helps you to plan your network, that helps you to plan your throughput, and it helps you to do installations where with traditional rollouts you wouldn't be able to use 5 GHz as a backhaul technology. If that sounds like something you might be able to use in your rollout scenarios, please don't hesitate to contact us at info@repeatit.se or contact your regional Repeatit sales manager or reach out to myself for more information. Thank you very much for your attention.